Every year, thousands of Africa's brightest minds, doctors, engineers, software developers, and academics, line up at international embassies, pack their bags, and board one-way flights to the West. On the surface, it looks like a tragedy. Sub-Saharan African countries spend billions of dollars subsidizing higher education, only for the wealthiest nations on Earth to reap the rewards for free. It's a phenomenon known as brain drain. But behind closed doors, a massive economic debate is raging. Is this a devastating loss of human capital that dooms developing economies? Or is it actually a hidden economic loophole creating a multi-billion-dollar lifeline? Today, we look at the real cost of Africa exporting its best minds. To understand the true cost, we have to start at the beginning, the invoice. Training a professional isn't cheap. In many African nations, higher education, especially in critical fields like medicine, is heavily subsidized by the government. Taxpayers foot the bill for tuition, hospital training, and university infrastructure. According to some economic estimates, it costs an African nation between $20,000 and $60,000 to train a single medical doctor from primary school through residency. When that doctor leaves immediately after graduating, that entire public investment is wiped off the local ledger and handed directly to a Western healthcare system, like the UK's NHS or hospitals in the US, which didn't have to spend a single cent on their foundational education. But the financial loss is only half the story. The opportunity cost is where it truly hurts. When a country loses its best software developers, local tech innovation stalls. When it loses its top medical minds, the local doctor-to-patient ratio plummets, putting immense pressure on an already strained healthcare system. It creates a vicious cycle. Poor working conditions drive professionals away, and their departure makes the working conditions for those who stay even worse. So case closed, right? Brain drain is an economic disaster. Well, not exactly. This is where the story takes a turn behind closed doors, because when these professionals leave, they don't forget home. In fact, they start sending money back, a lot of it. In economics, these are called remittances. Globally, diaspora Africans send over $50 billion back home every single year. In countries like Nigeria, Egypt, and Ghana, remittances make up a massive percentage of the national GDP. Think about it this way. Foreign aid from Western governments often comes with political strings attached, heavy bureaucracy, and high administrative costs. But a wire transfer sent from a nurse in Chicago directly to her family in Lusaka or Lagos bypasses all of that. That money goes directly into the local economy. It pays for siblings' university tuition, builds houses, funds medical emergencies, and provides seed capital for local startups. In a strange twist of economic irony, the Western wages earned by the diaspora are actively funding the private safety net of millions of families back home. So, how do we balance the ledger? Is Africa losing more than it gains? Forward-thinking economists are changing how they view this problem. They are shifting the conversation from brain drain to brain gain, or brain circulation. When professionals spend a decade working at tech giants in Silicon Valley, or leading medical research in Europe, they don't just accumulate wealth. They accumulate world-class expertise, networks, and credibility. When they eventually return, or partner with local hubs from abroad, they bring that massive ecosystem back with them. They launch venture capital funds, establish advanced clinics, and mentor the next generation. The skills they couldn't have acquired at home are poured back into the continent. The real cost of Africa's brain drain isn't just about the people who leave. It's about the environment left behind. If a country can't offer competitive wages, steady electricity, and career progression, talent will always flow to where it is valued. The challenge for African economies moving forward isn't figuring out how to lock the doors and stop people from leaving. It's figuring out how to build a system where leaving is just an option, but coming back or investing from afar is the ultimate goal. But what do you think? Is the multi-billion-dollar Remittance Lifeline worth the loss of the continent's top professionals? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you want to understand the hidden forces shaping our world, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching Behind Closed Doors, and we'll see you in the next one.